talk about a grammar term that is very useful, gerunds. In this video, I'm going to show you what a gerund is and how you can use gerunds in your speaking and writing to sound more natural. I'll also show you a few simple spelling rules to make sure that you're using gerunds correctly. First, what is a gerund? A gerund is a word that we form when we add ing to the end of a verb, and we use this word as a noun. Just to be sure you understand what I'm talking about with these terms, a verb is an action in a sentence, and a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. For example, with the verb, the action drive, when I change this word to driving by adding ing, now I changed this verb into a word driving, which I can use as a noun. This is a gerund, and I can use it in a sentence like this. Driving at night is difficult. Or, I love driving. Driving can be stressful. In these sentences, the word driving, it looks like a verb, but it's a noun. So let's look at how we can use them in sentences. We often use gerunds as the subject of a sentence. For example, driving at night is difficult. Learning another language is important. Running is great exercise. Dancing makes me happy. It's very common to use a gerund like this as the subject of a sentence. And when we do, notice that the verb which I use is in the third person singular. For example, running is great exercise. Dancing makes me happy. In all of these sentences, I can substitute the gerund with the pronoun it. For example, it makes me happy, or it is good exercise. And remember, with it, I use third person singular. In the present simple, this means my verb gets an S, makes me happy, or is good exercise. So we can also use gerunds as objects of certain verbs. For example, I hate waiting in traffic, or I enjoy cooking. I remember driving through the mountains. I enjoy driving and listening to music. Unfortunately, we can't use the gerund as an object of every verb. We can use gerunds as objects of many verbs, but not every verb. Here are 10 of the most common and most useful verbs which are always followed by a gerund. First is enjoy. I enjoyed talking with you. I enjoy traveling. Quit. He quit smoking. Avoid. I avoid driving at night. I don't like it. Consider. I considered quitting my job and becoming a musician, and then I realized that was a bad idea for me. Finish. We finished working at 3 o'clock. Discuss. We discussed hiring a new manager for the project. Mind. We often use mind in a question or in a negative statement. For example, would you mind opening the window? I don't mind waiting, no problem. Like. I like watching movies. Love. We love visiting new places. And hate. I hate cleaning the kitchen. Finally, another time when we can use gerunds is as an object of a preposition. Prepositions are words like for, in, about, from, on, and it's very useful to know that after these prepositions, we can use a gerund. For example, he apologized for being late. She always complains about working. I'm interested in learning more about that topic. Can someone please stop my dad from eating all the cookies? So the last thing to think about when you're using a gerund is spelling. And there are a few simple spelling rules to keep in mind so that you can be sure you're using these gerunds correctly. First, if your verb ends with an E, you will drop the E before you add ing. For example, drive, driving, or move, moving, dance, dancing. Next, if you have a one-syllable word which ends with a consonant, vowel, consonant, you will double the last consonant before you add ing. For example, run, running, or plan, planning. This is also true if you have a two-syllable word and the stress is on the second syllable. For example, admit, admitting. Finally, if you have a verb which ends with ie, like die or lie, you will remove ie, you will replace these letters with the letter y, and then you'll add ing. So die becomes dying and lie becomes lying. So now that you know how to form gerunds and when to use them, let's take a little quiz. Show me how you can put a gerund in these sentences correctly. The first, learning English is important to me. I avoid doing my homework. She is responsible for making the final decision. Lying is not a good way to get what you want. Thank you for taking care of my house while I was away. Great job. So thank you for watching and learning with me. And remember, learning takes practice, so come back and watch this again if you need more practice with gerunds. Or click subscribe to make sure that you don't miss any videos about this or other grammar topics. Or visit our website and you can try my Grammar Basics course. You can click to see what other students have said about this course. Thanks for watching.